How can you turn your dreams into reality? I have some tips for you to make it possible in this video. How's it going, reinventors? Welcome to Reinventing You. My name is Amelia Sims. This is the channel where you can be inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. I post twice a week, and I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're enjoying these videos. Do you have dreams? Have you listed your dreams? Have you thought about your dreams? Do you have maybe a bucket list? Is there ways in which you want to live but you haven't quite accomplished yet? I want to help you to take those dreams and make them part of your reality. All of this started when I read a book by Laura Vanderkam called 168 Hours. You have more time than you think. And 168 hours is the amount of time you have each week. And if you want to check out the very first video that I did on the 168 hours, you can see it right there. I also have it down in the descriptions. And in my video, I talk about scheduling. In other words, we have so much time, and a lot of times we aren't productive with our time. We don't use it wisely. And part of what Vanderkam wants people to do is to take the time they have and to use it wisely. Now, she proposes, and she gives evidence of other people that have done this, that you can actually do the things that you don't think you have time for, that there is enough time in the day, even if you work a 40-hour week, even if you have kids, even if you are in a relationship or living with a partner or spouse. She says that you can do it. In my last video, I talked about your 100 dreams, and this is something also that Laura Vanderkam has suggested, that we all take the time to write down what we're really dreaming about. Please go and watch the video that I did about your 100 dreams, and you can see that video up here. It is also down below in the description, and I also included it in the comments because it's very important that you've seen that first and take the time to write down your own 100 dreams, because this video, although it might be fun to watch, is not going to be something that you can really use unless you have that list of 100 dreams. Now, part of why I decided to do this video was when I did the list of 100 dreams, I started talking about what I'm going to talk about in this video, and I realized I was not very clear, and it got kind of long, like we were talking about a 30-minute video. And I thought, wait a minute, we need to break this up, and I need to do it in two different stages. For one thing, I felt like you, my viewers, needed to spend some time writing down your 100 dreams. And if you had not had the time to do that, then you would be at a disadvantage. I would just be a talking head, blah, 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 blah. And it wouldn't make any difference to you. Now, as I've said in my previous video about the 100 dream list, some of these items can be anything from things that are on your bucket list to ways to implement things on your bucket list. And in my video, I also helped you, hopefully, gave you some guidance to write your 100 dreams. And I said that, part of your dreams really should be, how do you carry out your dream? On my own dream list, I have the fact that I want to purchase a truck. Now, as I said in my previous video about your 100 dream list, that can incorporate anything from your bucket list items to how to implement your bucket list items. In other words, your 100 dreams can also be how you're going to reach your 100 dreams. And here's an example. On my 100 dream list, I have purchase a truck. Now, I've always wanted a truck, and that is definitely on my dream list, but I realize I'm very vague about this truck idea. I want a truck, and that's all I know. I need to really research what kind of truck, what particular features I want, something that I would enjoy having as a truck. So I realized on the dream list, I not only need to purchase a truck, but also do research on the truck, and then also do figure out, how am I going to purchase this truck? I could say win the lottery, or I could say I need to put aside this much money a month. When I'm saying a dream list, I don't just mean all of these esoteric, wild, out there things, but also how to implement them. When I did the video on 100 dreams, I gave you some ways to help you brainstorm to fix your list. I want to talk about that just for a moment. When I first did my 100 dream list and I got through and I started reading back on the list, I realized that a lot of it sounded like a to-do list. So here's on my first 100 dream list: clean out the garage. Is that a dream? That's not a dream. Get a new bank. You know, those are not helpful dreams. I went back and I really thought about this, and you might have to do this as well. If you've written a dream list, even if you've used my ideas, you might say, I don't know about this. You might have to sit down again. And so I did. And also I'd thought about it for a while too and kind of mulled it over my head. So when I sat down, I had a better idea. I did use all the tips that, you know, I gave you guys. I used that as well. I think I got to about number 70 pretty quickly. I used some of the ideas that I had in my first list, but I really thought about what are my real dreams? And I had to really think hard about things that I really wanted to accomplish or really wanted to do with my life. Like I said, I got to about 70, and then I had to pick up the suggestions that I had in my previous video, and that was very helpful. Okay, so you have your list of 100 dreams, some of which are bucket list type, some of which are ways to fulfill your 100 dreams. Now, what do you do? And when I got through with my 100 dream list, I realized, man, this is overwhelming. Where do you begin? Because what you want to do is to take your 100 dreams and put them into your 168 hours. And so you're probably like, oh my God, there's no way. So you have to break it down a little bit. There are a couple things that you can do. What I did was I kind of off the top of my head, I kind of glanced at my list and I said, okay, what are like the top 5 themes? What are the things that I seem to do had several ideas on them? Those came out to be writing, vlogging, money or ways to make money, our second house, and the environment. Those tended to be the top 5 things. So what I did is, like under writing, I went through all my 100 things, and if anything was about writing, I put that in that list. And I put the number, number 1, number 5, number 27. Then I went to vlogging and I did the same thing. And when I did that, I realized there was actually a couple of crossover. Under writing, number 30, write a book based on my channel. And so when I went to my vlog, number 30, write a book on my channel. So I starred the things that had some crossover. Like I said, number 30, write a book based on this channel. And that was really helpful because it kind of helped me to see, okay, these are some ways that I could reach a dream and still be under those same 2 areas of my life. But after I'd done the first 5 things, I decided to go ahead and break down the whole list. And I had some other things like travel, hobbies, relationships, health or physical, as well as other, what doesn't fit with the rest of them. This is where you have to really take the list and break it down. Now, you might not be able to find 5 things that you have in common. Maybe you instead should go say, okay, what kind of travel ideas? Because probably most people are going to have places you want to go or travel ideas, and you may want to put that in a section. If there's research, like for instance, I have research on my truck that I want to purchase. For instance, this vlog, I've got to do some research there. So you could have an idea of research. You could have an idea of raising money or raising the funds or how to save up for reaching your dreams. You might have a section that's all about your plans. One of the things I had on there was lose 20 pounds, and under that I had make a plan for losing weight. So under your plans, you would have make a plan for losing weight. All of those things you can put under plan, and that might help you to break down your list. Another way, even if you've actually broken it down in certain sections, you might say, well, even though I've broken it down, where do I start? Something may just be tugging at your heart. You may look at your list and it's like, okay, I have 100 things, but these 5 or these 2 or this 1, I really want to do that. Or you could look at your 100 dreams and realize there's some things on there that are a timely matter. For instance, one of the things on my 100 Dream List is I want to do a cookie exchange. Now, but the idea of a cookie exchange is at Christmas, you go and make like, say, 7 dozen of your favorite cookies, the ones that you do really well. And you go to a party with other people who've done the same thing. Like there's 7 people coming to the party and all 7 people have made 7 dozen cookies. What that does is when you're planning like your Christmas events or your parties, then you've got all of these different cookies to serve. And I've always wanted to do that. At this time when I'm doing this video, we're in October, I know that if I want to do a cookie exchange, I'm going to have to plan it and get it on the calendar and invite people and have it before too long so that I can put my cookies away in the freezer and have them for Christmas. So that is one of the things that's on my list that I need to do in a timely fashion. That is what I'm talking about. If you look at your list and you realize there's something that has a time frame or a time limit that you have to. You've made your 100 Dream List, you've broken it down in categories, you've looked at some of the essential things or some things that are timely or time-wise that you want to get done soon. Now what do? Here's where you need to take your organizational skills and plug in your dreams. That is, if you use calendar blocking, here's where you need to say, I've got to do these things in my schedule. If you use bullet journaling, here's where you need to incorporate your dreams into your bullet journal. Whatever it is, you need to take what you have dreamed about and you need to actually plug it into your schedule. That is the key. One of the things I have a difficulty doing is I look at my 100 dreams and think, oh, I can get these done by January and then I'll have a new list. Okay, don't get so overly enthusiastic. You want to work on your dream list and you want to whittle it down and you can add dreams as you go. That's not a problem. But you don't want to be so overwhelmed that it becomes a chore. These are your dreams. They're supposed to be fun. These are the things that are going to make your life enjoyable. These are the things that are going to give you joy. These are the things that are going to help you reinvent your life. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This is a journey, not a trip across town. You want to enjoy every single one of these 100 dreams, and you can do it. If this is something that you want to do in your life, to take your dreams, to take your list, and to make them part of your schedule and use them in your 168 hours, I want you in the comments below to put dreams, because I want us all to meet our dreams. So can you make your dreams a reality? Yes, you can do it. You've got to make a list and you have got to put it on your schedule. One of the things that I've learned recently is it's so important for us to have relationships with one another. I want to be in relationship with you, and the first way we can do that is if you'll subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to click on the bell so that you will be notified when I post new videos. If you enjoyed this video, you may also want to try out this video up here. It's the first one I did about 168 hours, and this video over here is one that YouTube thinks you might also enjoy. Have a great one.